Welcome to a Stationeer coding video of fast atmospheric gas collection on Vulcan during the night. Here we have three systems set up using on the very far end we have a powered vent, a large power vent, and over here we have an active vent. The code that I'll be showing you in a moment operates all three devices with no code changes. And we'll pick this one as example before it gets too dark. We have an IC, housing. Each one has its independent power sensor. It measures the temperature. And we have a connection to the vent in each case. D0 is connected to the gas sensor. D1 is connected to the vent, or in the other case, it's powered vents. And you may notice all the tanks are empty, and while the chips are turned on, none of them are running. That's because this only runs at night or effectively at 127 Celsius or below. So I'm catching this just as the sun comes down, and we should kick in. And I will speed this up. All right, we're almost there. I have all three vents in view. And since they're all running the same code, they all should kick in at the same time. 1, 2, 3. Yep. I kind of separate them apart. Hopefully that's far enough apart to avoid any conflict of one vent sucking in so much air, the other ones don't get as much air. Huh. Pipe meter says 1. It's just moving gas so quickly, it just overpressurized the pipe. Huh. I didn't know that was possible. I thought they're always the same, but I guess not. Okay, we're almost going to hit 3 kilomoles now. Okay, we got 3 in here. Oh, we got 12 in here. All right, so. All right. Yeah. So basically, the powered vent is a little over moves twice as much air, and this would move almost twice as much of that. So, say we're at almost. So this hits 4. The other one should be 16. Oh, and it all stopped. So we have 7.8 kilomoles here. We didn't hit max pressure. The whole 31. Wow. And it's about half of this, about 6 approximately, yeah. So there's a quick demonstration of using code to bring in night air using 3 different vent solutions, depending on how much gas you're pulling in. And you could actually start with like an active vent, and then just swap it out for a different one. If you swap out, make sure you just reset the processor. So it reinitializes it and goes from there. When it initializes it, it will set the mode automatically. So you think if you just swap it, the default mode is the other way. All right, so let's take a peek at the code. All right, this is called the Vulcan Fast Night Air Collection. We transfer Vulcan night air into storage tanks. It supports both all the active vent, a powered vent, and a large power vent. It has an overpressure check to avoid pollutant forming. We have 2 devices connected. We have a sensor on the outside, I call it the world gas sensor, and we have the powered vent. Now, I call it the powered vent. It could be the active vent in this case. We have some constants. Now, it's not expected anyone to change these constants. If you really want to, just be careful. So we have the max world temperature and the maximum output pressure. We have state variables. Is the world temperature too high? Is the output pressure too high? And fortunately for all three vents, you can read the output pressure coming out of the vent. So you don't need a connection to the actual tank to read it. Or it could be not necessarily a tank. It could be an arbitrary set of pipes that go to, wherever. Initialization, typically as normal, we turn everything off. So turn off the vent and we set the mode. So this mode will bring air into the unit. Our main loop yield. I'll load the temperature value of the world gas sensor. If that value is greater than this constant, then we set this to true. So basically set if greater than. Load into R0 the pressure output of the power vent. And then once again, set if greater. So basically set this if R0 is greater than max pressure. So we set the two values. Now that we compute the state, we apply the rules. In this case, the order doesn't really matter. If the world temperature is too high, turn the vent off. The output pressure is too high, turn the vent off. Pass all the checks, turn the vent on, go back to main, and here's the routine to turn it off. So it's pretty straightforward. And until next time, see ya.